Hello everyone and welcome back to this video that you've potentially already seen. Well, no you haven't actually. This is the time trial video and we're going to look back at this video because there's been a bit of a change at the top in terms of which car to use. Now, if you haven't done the time trial challenge already, here are the details for you. It's at Lasarf. It's in a Group 1. Any car, racing hard tyres. Goal difficulty, I would say now, is medium rather than easy. And that time estimate is going to be down in the 25s now rather than the 28s that I predicted originally. Now, I predicted that in that video there because at the time it was between the Porsche 919 and the 787B. The Porsche 919, a very safe car. That time trial video is still relevant. You can still get gold with that car in my opinion. However, let's jump into this lap now with the Sauber Mercedes, which is what we're going to use because this seems to be the fastest car here, and I thought I'd give you another lap so you had an idea. So as you leave the last chicane there, I actually stay in third gear. Some of you might try second and think, why are you in third? Well, the reason is there's a gear delay in terms of when you change gear, and third gear will just give you that little bit extra speed. It'll also give you a little bit better traction as well. As you're heading towards turn 1, we were using a total balls last time. Because we're in a Group C car, we have to brake earlier. So I'm actually using the curb there as it goes straight there. And as you can see, I'm going to once again stay in third gear. I just got a tiny bit deep, nothing major here. Going to cut quite a lot of that right-hander. Just careful on the throttle there. And again, staying in third gear, not dropping down to that second gear. As we continue on through here, you can actually stay in third gear rather than shift to fourth there. You will hit the limiter sometimes, but it doesn't really matter. So I'd stay in third here. And once again, we're using the same brake marker we used last time, the tannoy on the right-hand side. But we're braking that tiny bit earlier here. If you stay in third gear, you'll hit the limiter, so it should be fine there. As we go through here, just be careful on exit. It will understeer a little bit. Remember, we don't have as much downforce here. As we head towards Tetra Rouge, then it's the same marker once again, but instead of lifting this time, we are dabbing that brake because we need to slow the car down a lot. Doesn't carry a lot of downforce here, and be careful on exit. If you do get a penalty there for going over the curb, you may want to restart the lap essentially. As we go towards the first chicane then, we're actually looking on the left hand side and we're braking much earlier here. We're carrying so much more speed here. This is where the time advantage really happens in this car. And it's the end of this fence here. There's two marshals there that you can see, Bill and Brian. So use them as your brake mark here. Third gear again as you go in here. Abuse all the curb on the right hand side and the left hand side. Be careful on exit. It's very slippy. You see there, I got a bit of oversteer, but the car caught itself in second gear. You're going for a spin, so just be careful. As we head down towards the second chicane then. On the right hand side, last time we used the 100 board. We're actually braking earlier than that. There's actually a big tree and then a little bit of an opening before the 100. I'm using a tree there on the right hand side. Once again, similar to the other chicane, drop down to third gear as you go in here. And again, use all the curves. Be careful on exit because once again, it will be very slippy. And third gear just helping a little bit there. And obviously it stops that gear shift delay that is in these cars because they obviously are stick shift at the time for you Americans, where you call it stick shift, manual transmission. Anyway, as we head in towards Mulsanne then, we're actually braking at the start of the curb this time. That's how early we're braking here. And you can see I'm braking just before that hits the edge of your screen. And I dropped to second gear here as I go through here. Now, it's very much needed here for second gear, in my opinion. You could try third gear for a bit extra traction, but second gear was a bit quicker for me there. As we head towards Indianapolis then, on the left-hand side, you've got that dark green tarmac. We ignored that completely in the Porsche 919. Well, this is our lift-off marker. We want to lift off in the Group C cars. So we're going to lift off here. As we go into here, the start of the curb is then our brake marker. Now, obviously, we're braking and turning at the same time, so do be careful here. The car may suffer some oversteer and suffer some understeer as well. So as you come into here, we're going to brake and stay in third gear as we go through that corner. It gives it some nice traction, nice stability there as well. As we leave that corner and head towards Arnage, we're actually using one of the earlier trees now. You can use the Gantt sign if you want. It's just before the Gantt sign, but I'm actually using the trees again here. Braking earlier than the last tree and slowing the car down in second gear. Don't go to first gear. As you go through here, be careful on exit because once again, those turbos will force some power oversteer. You see the revs going up and down there. That's a wheel spin that we're getting there. As we head towards the Porsche curves, once again, this car has less downforce, so you're going to have to be careful here. The dark green stuff now is a brake marker, not just a lift-off marker. As you can see, we're braking here. We brake the entire length of that and drop to fourth gear as we go through here. We're going to stay in fourth gear through the left then. We have to lift a little bit then, and we're going to go through here, lifting a bit more. And here, I've given a marker. I didn't use this marker myself, but it's a brake marker if you need it. You are going to have to brake quite a bit here as you head towards this right-hander. And remember, you stay tight here irrespective of the car. You notice I'm just rolling through the corner, trying to keep the car stable. Once again, we're using the second to last RMC board on that right-hand side. This again is a bit of a brake as you turn in again, and just be careful on exit because the car will want to understand. Notice how much I rolled there to get through the corner. I've stayed in fourth gear for stability. Third gear will be quicker there, but fourth gear for stability. That's what I'm going for with this lap. as we head towards the final double chicane. And on the right-hand side there, we've gone from the dark grey to the medium grey. That's my brake mark here, not the further one forward that I said in the Porsche 919. So I'm going to brake and go to third gear here and try to abuse the chicane a little bit here. Get over towards that right-hand side, just a bit deep there by myself. Braking and turning before the start of that curb. And I'm going to try and straight line this final chicane as much as I can. So let's do that now as we go in. Notice that I'm just rolling through the corner. Be careful on exit, really slow on the throttle. And then there we go. We're going to actually get a 322 there. Hopefully this Group C guide, it gives you a bit better opportunity if you are struggling in the Porsche 919. Of course, it's a bit closer in the Porsche 919 to get the gold time. And however, Mercedes is a bit harder to drive. So you can try and push a lot in the 919, or forget about hybrid and concentrate on just driving and stability a bit more in that Mercedes. And it is a bit quicker than the 919, which is why I've redone this guide. I can say where I'm wrong. I admit I was wrong there. I thought the Porsche would be fine there, and the 328, 327 would be the limit. So I tried the 787B, and it was really atrocious to drive. That Mercedes, not so bad, which is why the times have come down. And some people, I think, are going to be using the manual gear shift as well to really manipulate the times that bit more. Say manipulate, increase their times, get better times. Anyway, that is it for this video. A quick video, quick update there in terms of a time trial guide. Hopefully that's of use to you. For those that are struggling that little bit more there, I didn't have to do this. I just wanted to do it just to get it out there. So you've got 2 videos now, 2 different style of driving, 2 different cars to try out there just for you. The other video is there if you do want to check it out, if you want to use the Porsche 919 instead. But that's going to be it for me, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, give it a like on the way out and subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content here on the channel. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you in another video live stream again very soon.